let's double down on the logic culture of Vulcans.
T'Pring's like a robot. She's like, I want to do this human style, maximum human style.
The Enterprise does some crazy maneuvers in the asteroid belt thing. What is going on?
So they should have environmental suits.
You need to bring out the footage, so bring out the sex tapes.
There's like 40 pages of what you cooked them. Not important, Captain.
So at the beginning of the episode, T'Pring is trying to reform prisoners, but I'm not so sure she's data-driven.
It is difficult to guide those who once walked a destructive path back to civilized society, helping them purge the emotions that led to thievery, abuse, even murder.
I think I know what you mean, but can you explain it?
Yeah, so T'Pring is fully bought into this Vulcan culture of purging emotion from a person's brain. Mm-hmm. And she sees that as the solution to everything. Like there's these criminals who the logic culture of Vulcan did not work for them. They're criminals. And so what's her solution? Instead of getting data and understanding psychology and following the path to reform, she's like, let's double down on the logic culture of Vulcans. Like, is this data-driven or is this just you being ideological? Like, what the heck?
I see what you're saying. So this criminal is clearly not acting logically, because otherwise if they were logically thinking, behaving logically, they would have fit in with Vulcan society. So they're already not logically driven. But then here's T'Pring's like, no, this is the way it happens. This is how our society is. She's just shoving it down their throats. Instead, these criminals are somehow emotionally driven. She could figure out how to work with an emotionally driven person and get these people out of prison.
Right.
But instead she's like, logic, do it my way. Hey, T'Pring.
So I know a lot of people do this. You know, they like use what they think is their ideology and just say everybody should have that. And that is what the world should be. If everybody was like me, then the world would be perfect. Yep. But that's weird for the Vulcans to do because logic should dictate that they should use data and empirical evidence to drive their theories. So it's weird that it's kind of like a ironic thing. You're like ideologically driven to purge all emotion, but the purging the emotion is supposed to make you data driven away from purging emotion, or maybe away from purging emotion. So,
I mean, gosh, even in this small case, the logical thing to do is to understand that not everyone's going to be logically driven. Some people are going to be emotionally driven, and you just got to work with it, figure out a system.
Right.
T'Pring, should you have this job?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so.
At the same time, if Vulcan culture is about this logic and you have these outcasts, like bring them back into the culture. Let's get them logicked up, emotioned out, and then we'll be fine. But it's so weird. I think we should just slaughter them. Slaughter them in the prison. Problem solved.
That would
do it.
Solve the problem. That is logically, that would work. In this clip, we learn a little bit about how Spock likes to get down.
Brink has been researching human sexuality.
I've been doing research on human sex.
She has been quite thorough.
That doesn't sound so bad.
One would imagine.
But
She appears more eager to explore my humanity. Brink has been researching.
So I think this tells us more than just how Spock is uncomfortable. Because if T'Pring is doing research on human sexuality, at some point, she does research about how humans do it.
Okay.
And how humans do it is, so there's one that's straight up how dogs do it. There's another one that's how a human woman rides horses, either forwards or backwards. And so it's like there's combinations of humans and animals, right? And so I'm imagining like the most human is the style, is the position that involves only humans.
Okay.
Right? And Spock's here, he's talking with Chapel, he's like, super uncomfortable. I think that means he doesn't like Missionary, right?
So you're saying, okay, so the position for humanity that is not based on animals, but is a position that only humans can do, which is Missionary.
Yep.
Spock is uncomfortable with because he's uncomfortable with T'Pring looking up human sexuality at all.
Oh, I think he's just uncomfortable with the humanity part of it.
So, but
because he's not
saying
like all sexuality is bad. He's like, oh, my human side, and the most human position is the one that isn't described by dogs, isn't described by riding a horse, right? Most human one, is the one that he's uncomfortable with.
I see it. Okay,
see it, right?
And and so he's afraid of connection with T'Pring, which means he doesn't really like her, and he's confiding in Nurse Chapel, who he really likes deep down.
Deep down.
What is Spock doing confiding in Nurse Chapel about this? Like, shouldn't you confide in somebody else who's not like on the prowl for you?
Ooh, but that's the excitement. That's the tease.
See, it's the excitement. And she knows all the human positions. So he's like, she knows.
Thoroughly.
T'Pring is like a
She's
robot.
like a nurse, right?
Yeah.
T'Pring's like a robot. She's like, I want to do this human style, maximum human style. And then and Vulcan, half Vulcan here, Spock is like, I don't like that human side. I want to do it away from the human side. I want to do it animal style. Put that on my French fries, animal style. They still got in and out. Pike sends the ship into non-Federation space, but he's actually projecting Federation values. I think he shouldn't do this.
If we head in, we would be on our own.
Send the request, Mr. Spock, or take us set a course. Drop subspace buoys as we go to maintain comms.
Those buoys will be our only connection to civilization.
I'm not waiting to be told it's okay to keep people off the auction block.
Okay, what's the problem?
So he says, I'm not waiting to keep people off the auction block. He's talking about slavery. He's talking about these pirates that are outside of Federation space. He's going to shut that down. Okay, but if the Federation views other cultures as being equal and they have their right to self-governance, they do their own things, and we're not like, it's not like the Federation is the way to live and everyone else needs to shut up and do what we want, then he should allow slavery to happen outside the realm of the Federation space, right?
God, it's so tricky. So if you have done all this philosophizing about what's right and what's wrong, and you come up with a society that works and has a set of moral values that you think are correct, and you follow them, and you see another society that doesn't follow the same values as you, either you believe your society's rules are better than theirs, in which case that's supremacist.
Yep.
Or you're tolerant of the other people's society, in which case it's like, let bygones be bygones. We're going to be tolerant of every culture. That everybody can have, water can be a stream, it can be a lake, it can be an ocean, but it's all water. We're open. But you can't do both. Is that what you're saying?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I did not understand your water analogy, but that is what I'm saying. It's if you really think that the other cultures are equal to yours, there's no better, there's no value judgment, we're all just different peoples, then you have to let them do things that your culture thinks is bad. For example, slavery. Like if the Vulcans had slavery, would we rush in there and be like, hey, Vulcans, shut that down? But they're like, well, this is logical. This is our culture. We have slaves.
Yeah, and you would have to, if you were against slavery and you saw another culture doing slavery, you'd have to have a supremacist mindset to go in and stop it.
And do the right thing. You do the right thing.
That's what Pike's doing.
Right. He's also telling the pirates, or whatever culture is out there, they don't know they're pirates yet. Whatever culture out there, he's saying, you can't live like that.
Right. We're saying the Federation is superior to the culture of the pirates, a.k.a. they're supremacist.
So the Federation's always like, we work together, we form a community of planets across the galaxy, but they got some strong arm on them.
Yeah, I see it. I don't like it. Slavery bad. End of story.
I still want that Star Trek future. Like, yeah. I mean, if I was Pike, I'd send it. But also, there's some weirdness going on there.
Weirdness, yeah. The Enterprise does some crazy maneuvers in the asteroid belt thing. What is going on? Whoa! What are we doing?
High risk.
High risk. High risk. Look at all this.
Look at all this debris.
Proceeding with caution, sir.
Let's see if we proceed with caution. We're getting hit. And it's not... like, whoa! We're dipping down.
Any one of these could just crush the hull.
Yeah. And this could be anything. This ends up being the escape ship, but like they didn't detect it. They've got scanner fail.
Could have been IED. Relays is no easy task.
I enjoy flying manually.
Like we're flying manually through moving like what are we doing? What are we doing?
Did we try to go around? Did we?
I just sit outside the asteroids. We don't need to be going in.
But maybe
Look at this.
given the situation, some of these made sense.
Does that make sense? Look at this clearance here.
But hey, okay. When in machining, clearance is clearance. Like if you're cutting tools, not cutting the metal, it's clear.
That's right. If no, this
It's high risk. But
okay.
Do you see any scratches?
If you have complete control of the situation and you can control everything, then you can get really precise.
Yeah.
But if it's a chaotic situation where the next steps in time are unknown, then this doesn't give you any wiggle room right here. This gives you no wiggle room. If somebody were to shoot a missile right now, you got to maneuver. Well, I can't maneuver because I'm stuck.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Whereas if
But
I was in
on
open
the other
space,
hand,
I have a lot of
it
freedom.
It worked though. What is this red thing?
Okay. Yeah. Something, if you make a decision and it works, that is not evidence that it was a good decision. Like if I sprint across the interstate and I make it, hey, I made it. Good decision.
Worked out okay.
Worked out. Hey.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It is a bad decision. Don't run across the freeway. That's our official public stance. Don't run across the freeway. But also, if it works out. Works out.
Just
okay. However, I will say that missed ship, that radar or the whatever sensor systems, that's a straight up failure. That's a no way I can argue that.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know if there are enemy vessels in the area.
Yeah, I guess with these kind of maneuvering, Ortegas is so good.
Right. Maybe.
So maybe she's just, it looks bad to us, but with Ortegas' skill, okay. But there's nothing, this is just a fail right here. Not seeing this. Ship's right here. This is right here. Not seeing this.
Maybe the ship sensors are overloaded because there's so much debris. But then that should be a command decision. We don't go in there.
Don't go in there.
It could be anything in here.
Could be anything. If we can't keep track of everything, and some floating piece of rock or debris could be a bomb, or could be an enemy ship or something.
2 bombs.
We shouldn't go in here. Shouldn't go in there.
That's even a straight up fail.
Yeah, even if Ortegas can do some sort of crazy maneuvering through the asteroid field, if we can't detect this, we shouldn't go in. Pike.
Bad command on Pike.
Yeah, totally.
In this same scene, we see a little reveal about what the society is like in Strange New Worlds.
Steering without mapping relays is no easy task. Ensign Shu can relieve you if you need a minute.
Actually, I enjoy flying manually. Feels like the ship and I are in a deep conversation. Like a third date.
I don't get
Okay,
it.
so first of all, I understand what she's saying. Like when you're really dialed in on running a machine, whatever type, or like a machine or process or whatever, you're really locked in. When you're really locked in, it is like a conversation back and forth between you and the equipment. My comment is on, she says that we're having a deep conversation, like a third date. So that's what in the future, whatever decade this is, that's what a third date is. Like that's the level of romance. Like we're on a third date. We're gonna do the deep conversation.
Okay.
Okay. So my comment is. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. My comment is in Strange New Worlds, society is like they have suppressed sexuality. So on a third date, we're going to get freaky? No. We're going to have a deep conversation, and that is very different from the original series and TNG, where they're like, love is free. Let's F around and have a good time. Like we don't have to be in relationships. We could just do pleasure for the sake of pleasure. So something happened in between this Strange New Worlds and the original series in TNG that has liberated people sexually.
I see what you're saying. So on TNG, Riker's like, let's get the penis statue out. Let's go to Ryza.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Is that 3
Yes.
women? Hell yeah.
I'm hooking up with Deanna Troi, but never in a committed relationship.
Yeah. Whereas here in Strange New Worlds, it's like third date means deep conversation. Like what?
Let's just talk.
Where's Riker?
Yep.
Where's Kirk? Original Kirk? Always just getting the women. So
and pushing like inter-alien species relationships.
Yeah.
With
So
penetration.
somehow, from Strange New Worlds to the original series and TNG, something changed in Federation culture. Interesting.
And then also, but maybe okay. But maybe it's just Ortegas. Because if we watch that clip again right at the end, Pike chuckles. He's like, "Huh."
Steering without mapping relays.
Like a third date.
Maybe he's just laughing at Ortegas, who's personally prudish.
Maybe.
It's like, that's
Yeah,
what you
because
do on a third date.
Pike does have some. He has some lovers around,
Well, he's got that swag, you can tell.
right? But he's
Wait,
he's got
does he have multiple lovers? I thought just the other captain from the other ship.
no. He has the other captain from the other ship. But then there was that one episode with the boy who was supposed to like sacrifice himself for the
just
machine.
The last episode. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
He hooked up with that lady.
that's right. He hooked up with that lady. So he's got multiple partners, but he does have some kind of connection with them. It's not just like a Riker threesome.
That's right. Because that lady was he like knew her from decades before or something.
Yeah. So he's like halvesy. He's got like connections with people, but multiple partners. Whereas maybe Ortegas is just a prude. Maybe they're in transition from a prudish culture to a non-prudish culture.
Could be.
Maybe.
By the time the Enterprise D, is that why it's called the Enterprise D? See, which one was the TNG?
TNG was Enterprise
D,
D.
right?
Yeah.
Mm,
It's just because it's alphabetical order. It is not because it represents dick.
I want that D commission.
Gosh, the Enterprise gets captured. I think the captain messed up the procedures or something. What is going on?
Red alert.
Looks like a net.
Can't fall into that net.
Recommend we do not cross one of the beams. It's formed by multiple asteroids equipped with high-energy electromagnetic reflectors.
Weapons?
Unwise. Could cause a cascade of escalating detonations.
Push apart the reflectors to create a space to pass through.
May trigger the same cascade effect.
They got themselves into quite a pickle. They're going through this asteroid field. They're not really scanning that well.
Not scanning.
And they get captured. This net, or whatever it's called, is able to capture the flagship of the fleet. How did Captain Pike maneuver the Enterprise in such a terrible position? What is going on? He screwed up.
You're saying that there must have been plenty of red flags. They were like, we need to shields up and stop. We need to about face. We need to get out of here. But he blew past them all.
Right. He's probably blown through procedures like don't go into an asteroid belt you can't scan. What other procedures are there? If there is any indications of, I don't know, people around, don't get caught in a confined space.
They need to have their exit vector always ready to go, and warp drive just ready to just pop it any second. Right. There was some amount of time where this web was like forming around them.
That's right.
That could have been enough time for Ortegas to be like, "Ooh, no, we're out."
We're out. Is this tech an unknown? Is this completely unforeseen? Then maybe I'm okay with them getting caught. But like that means the pirates or these brigands have some like serious tech that the Federation intelligence doesn't know about. That's crazy. Look at them get caught. Yeah, like right here. It's forming. Yep. She's like, pew, get out of there.
Yep. Don't let your flagship get caught. And gosh, there's all sorts of secrets and technology. And also just, you don't know these people. What if they don't know where Earth is? You got to keep got to keep it secret.
Got to keep it secret.
Which means you also need to be ready to scuttle at any moment.
Yeah. So Pike, command staff on the ship really messed up. They got themselves into a real compromising position for no reason. I feel like there's probably some decisions along the way that could have been made differently. Because this should require a thorough review of what the hell happened after this.
And analysis by the command and strategic people. And then probably after this, there's like new protocols written because you can't be getting your ships caught.
Yeah, seriously. Especially if this tech is out there. Can't be getting your ships caught.
So after that, Pike leads an away team to go assault the pirate ship, but then they don't assault.
Before the bad guys decide.
Look at this timer.
The timer going.
Guns up, just kind of milling around, standing around, watching the enemy set up. It's so much time. It's so much time to do anything. But instead, they let themselves get surrounded. Took them 16 seconds to be like, okay, we're now surrounded. But look at all this stuff in the background. There's plenty of things to get cover. Why are they not spread out?
That's right. If this is a video game, I'm hitting the cover button on some of these boxes. You know?
If this is a video game, I'm looking at that bright box, the one that's colored differently. Like maybe there's a door behind it, maybe there's a chest. If this is an RPG, I'm immediately looting everything.
That's right. You got 16 seconds to loot before the guns start going off. Absolutely.
Like I'm dive rolling, trying to get through there.
That's right. Because if the cutscene starts before you loot, you might not get that precious loot. So
that's right.
16 seconds is a ton of time. Okay, but tactically,
wait, I have an actual complaint. So this assault is terribly mismanaged. So you're going to a derelict ship. You don't know the status of its oxygen, of its atmosphere, and then also you don't know if the occupants are going to attack you. So they should have environmental suits. Because imagine all these people, these pirates attack them, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, like do vent the ship. And then if I'm saying that the Federation, the Enterprise staff, they vent the ship. All the pirates are now out of oxygen. They all die, and then your crew survives.
That's right. Even if you didn't want to kill him, you could gas the ship, make him fall unconscious, and then arrest them. If you have a full combat environmental suit on, it's the way to go.
Heck yeah. Like Dead Space thing. Closes up your helmet.
I mean, gosh, you're so vulnerable because humans require... Okay, here's Pike. Humans require oxygen at a certain percentage plus inert gases at another certain percentage. And there's a whole list of gases we cannot have in the environment with us. There's toxic or hallucinogenic or whatever. Then there's particulates, all kinds of horrible things. So, like, if you can control the environment that you're breathing, that's so much. It's a tactical advantage. Just incredible.
Every away mission, unless you know for sure that the atmosphere is going to be fine and that you're not going to encounter a dust storm or something, you should always just have an environmental suit.
Right, which basically means any away team that is in, it's not from like friendly ship to friendly ship or friendly ship to friendly base, basically wearing an environmental suit. At least a Dead Space one. There's like...
And spread out. Why are you guys standing right next to each other? What a weird engagement.
Right. Actually, it's even worse than that. Yeah, because you're saying, the environmental suits are like, that's the whole thing. But even if they're in this situation, these guys are coming down these ropes, like, get into position. You have another 10 seconds plus. They just
even
stand
in like a non-sci-fi, non-space scenario, even like just regular today Marines, I don't think they would just stand around. Get in cover. Start covering some angles. Weird engagement.
Yeah. Plus, it's even worse than that. They have stun settings. They have different settings on their phasers, their handheld phasers. That's right. Which means if you don't know the situation, you can set it to like incapacitate but not kill. You can just start opening fire. If you screwed up, well, it's okay because they're still alive. There's no reason to have like tactical hesitance. I don't know what the type term is.
Hesitation, not killing, shoot.
Like right
just
here.
Tase everyone. What are we doing? Just tase them.
Just get it done.
Weird.
I didn't notice this in a moment, but now that you've got this timer out,
So it's cut in this video because I clipped it, but I played it, that timer running continuously through the scene. So like the timer is accurate. They had a lot of time. They had a lot of time to do anything. Well, instead they just stood around and got
not get their asses captured.
Bad tactical awareness.
Agreed.
Made it feel silly. This guy stole the show. So we only get to see him for a few seconds and he doesn't say anything, but who is this guy? Interesting.
Your deception was quite thorough.
I mean, that's right. He doesn't say anything.
So you're talking about this guy?
Yeah, that guy. He's
what about him?
I guess in terms of video games, it's like a unique character model. So a lot of the other species in Star Trek, they're pretty much humans. Maybe different facial ridges, maybe a slightly different bone structure. This guy has a very different face. And what I noticed was these hoses. So what's going on with this guy?
So this is like Rego human, and this Rego humanoid. This person's quite different.
Quite different. So what's going on with his suit? Why does he need to have hoses? And imagine how risky that is. You got these probably life-sustaining, life-supporting hoses. And just every corner every desk you walk past, every like corner on a chair, you're like, ooh, can't get that snagged.
Gosh, that's right. This thing snags, and it's like, you're like trying. Where is it? Let me grab it. Shink. I can breathe again. Like this is
maybe his lungs are inside the suit. Maybe it's like cooling something, or I don't know. It's an interesting dude.
Yeah. This is so high risk. So okay, if you're just walking around in an environment you don't know very well, huge snag risk. But now he's combat, so you're running around tactically, in crazy situations. This is a hazard. Holy
he needs
cow.
to have that. What is a high speed, low drag? He needs to have that stuff secured, rubber band it down to your body.
Yeah, I'm assuming this species probably has tactical suits where like the hoses are like properly inside the suit without any snag risk. But this looks like a civilian model, maybe. But yeah, get some like exercise bands and get them hugged to your body.
That'll do it. Sew it in or something. Yeah.
Interesting. We've never seen this species before in Star Trek.
You're saying in TNG and Deep Space Nine and all of them, right?
I've never seen them.
Sometimes after this, either the species is eliminated or they go recluse and Federation doesn't see them anymore.
Or maybe they're just one of the Federation planets in the future that we never really see. So how many? There's hundreds and hundreds of Federation planets.
That's a good point.
Okay. Or they could just be, they get genocided in the future. Section 31 comes in.
Possible.
We don't like their hoses.
Incompatible with human life. Clean them out. Boom.
Clean them out. Federation can be tolerant if there's no diversity.
Once the dust settles.
God damn.
This scene made me confused for the physics.
Fire phasers. Fire phasers.
So
what's confusing?
My question is, why did we see those phasers? We shot
talking
lasers
about-
or phasers. We shoot them off into space.
Mm-hmm.
What are we seeing?
Gosh. So you're saying these phasers,
Yep.
they are, okay, I don't know how many they're shooting. They're light.
I guess. Right.
And so when light goes through a vacuum, there's nothing for the light to reflect off of. So unless the light is going like into your sensor,
Your eyes,
see it.
your sensor. Yeah.
if it's off the sensor, you see nothing because the light is just going right on by. You don't see it.
Just like a regular laser, like if it's pointing right at you, you see it, but it's pointing off to the side, you don't really see it. And that's
That's right.
air where there's little dust particles that can reflect the light. Or if you go to one of these star viewing, which I super recommend, go to these star parties and they'll have a green laser. It's like, this star's over there. And this star is over there. And you can see like the green laser coming out and it hits dust particles. You can see the reflections coming into to your eye. But this is space. You don't have the air. So what are we seeing?
Does that mean that the phasers are so powerful that they're somehow ionizing space itself? Like antiparticle creation as the photon rips through space?
Okay. Yeah, so if there's no atmosphere, then you can't ionize the gas. If you ionize the gas, you could see the plasma shooting off light. But there's no gas. There's no atmosphere. But what you could have is just a sufficiently high energy density that you create pair production. So it could be an electron and a positron with anti-electron, or it could be a proton and an antiproton, or some type of particle and its antiparticle. And then once the two particles are made, they have some probability which they could shoot out into space. And so that is what we're seeing.
Maybe. Which I guess now that I think about it, as the phasers are shot, they come in with a huge amount of energy. They're ionizing, and getting attenuated as they progress through space. At some point, it's going to drop below a certain energy and they'll be invisible again, right?
So that's like the weapons range.
That would be like something like the weapons range. And that would be determined, the attenuation rate would be determined by the power output of the phaser and kind of the properties of space itself. That's kind of cool.
Cool. We could use phasers to experiment and do some discovery of the fabric of space just directly.
Oh yeah, that's Starfleet research. Get on it.
Weapons research for science research. Can you imagine working under Dr. Aspen? Like, you follow her, she's your leader, but then she says this some emo stuff. You're like, you're unstable.
Let me tell you something. I think you know. Love is the only thing that makes the cold loneliness of space bearable. Let me tell you.
I mean, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
That's wrong, right? What makes the cold loneliness of space bearable? What makes the cold bearable?
Of space bearable.
Okay.
The ship does that. Right?
Oh gosh, yeah, that's right.
The ship and its environmental systems is keeping space, the volume that you're living in, is keeping it warm enough for you to live, keeping the oxygen there so you can breathe it. That's right. It's not love stuff. Like, there's people on the ship that aren't in love. They're fine.
That's almost the whole point of the ship, is that space itself is inhospitable. So you bring an environment with you so you can survive in space. The environment being the ship, the hull holding the gases in. So, gosh.
And Dr. Aspen is here like popping off about it's about love in space, and without love you can't survive. And her crew is like what?
Yeah, what? Like, I'm doing okay.
We came here on a ship.
Like, just because you're in space doesn't mean you're gonna go crazy.
That's right.
And go, it's like the blackness of space. I turned the lights on. No,
Turn the lights on. We're fine.
We're fine.
It's so cold. I turned the heater on. Put a blanket on. A little space blanket.
I'm suffocating. Turn the air on.
I
don't know why there's an air switch. I don't know why there's an air switch.
With my girlfriend, I turn the air off, and now I'm suffocating.
I break up with my girlfriend, and the darkness of space got me.
The darkness of space. Let me write it on my blog. Oh.
Am I in space? No, I'm in a ship in space. But it's the space outside. It's your fault.
But it's so cold.
So dark and black.
As my heart and dark as my hair. Oh, I feel the emotions all the time. I'm the captain.
The darkness of space represents my emotions.
Never ending and unlimited, forever expanding, but also nothing inside. Actually, that's pretty good. Should we write a song?
Yeah, let's write a little emo song.
Yeah, go back to 2000s.
Hell yeah.
So as part of this ploy, as this technique to get T'Pring to think that they're actually having an affair, they say, like, prove it, but I don't think this is enough.
We're having an affair.
What?
We're in love.
Obviously, it's a ruse to convince you not to make the transfer.
No.
Obviously.
No, I'm gonna prove it. Look at this kiss. This proves I'm having an affair. Pretty good kiss, though. Pretty good.
We're having an affair.
Okay, pretty good kiss.
Fair.
But a kiss is not enough. You can kiss anyone. I need to see some full pen.
I mean, okay. Would that even do it? Full pen? I mean, that's like strip down right there on the bridge and they just start going.
Get it.
I mean, your life is on the line. You kind of got to do what you got to do, right?
True. And if Spock has his full faculty of his body, logically speaking, he's going to get it up, get it ready on the spot in front of everyone. But I see what you're saying. That's not a guarantee, but it's certainly a better statement than, I kissed someone, I picked them on the lips, like whatever. I don't even think we saw tongue.
Gosh, that's true. So if like kissing somebody when there's a high pressure situation, sure, you got to do it. Penetration that's a bit tougher because
it's harder.
That's a tougher commitment, especially if you're doing it in front of your, fiance.
And people I don't know.
That's a step above. And people,
I'm shy.
Now it's like public. You're like really, really, you're consummating the fake situation in front of everybody. People are going to be like, did he like that a little bit too much?
I mean, but gosh, I mean, heck, kissing is public. Like it's not something that you have to really expose yourself to. So if you really want to expose what you're doing in private, your demonstration that you have a side piece needs to be not public. It needs to be pubic, right?
That's right. I mean,
show everyone.
Okay, actually, you need to do it in the moment. You need to bring out the footage. So bring out the sex tapes.
Yep.
From the previous months.
Yep.
You got to bring those out. And
to always record it. What you're saying.
And the AI computer on the ship will verify that it wasn't AI generated.
Computer, bring up the sex logs. Like, yes,
yeah.
Lieutenant Spock, I'll bring this up right now.
Spock's like, well, they were recording? What is going on? Nurse Chapel's like, I was recording.
Nurse Chapel, you freak. Heck yeah.
Freak. And then that might do it. But even then, you have this little doubt in your mind. Like, is it AI generated? Somebody hacked the computer? Ooh. So what do you do?
In Star Trek Universe, do we have AI?
I mean, I think they're like, computer, tell us this.
I mean, we have computers now. We've had computers since like the 80s or 60s or something.
But do they... Okay, and on the Enterprise in Pike's time, do they have a computer of sufficient power to do, I don't know, pretty good sex tapes? I don't know.
Maybe it's a precursor to the TNG... what is that room called where they could like make holograms?
Mm-hmm. That's right, a holodeck.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, named after the thing. Yeah, so maybe in Pike's Enterprise they can do like 2D fake porn, but not 3D. And really, like, that's the technological advancement that brings the Enterprise D to the forefront.
I see that. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, some of the commenters on some of our videos have talked about the computing power available to this particular Enterprise. Let us know. Could this Enterprise create a fake string of sex tapes to prove that Nurse Chapel and Spock have been, for a while?
Shagging. Banging.
That's a good question.
Not human style.
Not human style.
Maybe. This is an exercise in Occam's razor. I think this is logically tight.
You are freed of our bond.
I hold it broken, T'Pring.
Goodbye,
breakup.
Spock.
Goodbye, T'Pring.
Destroy that ship.
Powering up phasers. Something happened. Weapons are immobilized. Shields just went down too.
What is going on?
What is going on?
So T'Pring and Spock are together. The ship is powered. They break up, the little hand thing. They break up, and then the ship's power's down. So what has changed? Their relationship status. What is the subsequent change? Power of the ship. So I think Dr. Aspen is right that the ship is actually powered by their love.
Okay. So you're saying they
simplest
break up
explanation.
and then... yeah, okay. That is Occam's razor. When two things are coincident, they must be causal.
But that's the simplest explanation. It's what one condition state changed from state A to state B, and then at the same time, another opposite situation changed from state 1 to state 2. What changed? The only thing that changed was their relationship status.
Okay. So if I go through a door,
Yep.
and there's a terrorist attack, therefore me going through the door caused the terrorist attack.
If that's the scenario and that's the only thing that changed, then seems right.
Oh, it's the
right?
only
That's
thing
the simplest explanation.
I mean, yeah.
Otherwise, you got to start pulling
forever.
in conspiracy theories that these terrorists have been training for years in mountains. And the simplest thing is that what changed states, that's what happened.
Mm-hmm. This room has one door. I'm screwed. I can't get out.
I'm gonna bring some additional information, some outside information to this intellectual debate that we're having. Is that later on in the episode they get back together?
Okay.
And the ship is powered.
Oh, okay. So true. It's true.
So in your example that you tried to derail me with, your terrorist talk, if you walk through the door, there's a terrorist attack. If you walk back out of the door and the terrorist attack gets undone, that seems very strongly like you did it. Stop doing that.
I mean, how do you know things are causally connected? One time is a coincidence. As the number of times that something happens goes up, coincidences, our brain is like, that's probably causally connected because they keep happening coincidentally. So since we've had 2 instances now of the breakup or non-breakup being connected to the powering of the ship. That is some evidence. I wouldn't say strong evidence, but some evidence towards causal connection. Suggestive. Yeah. I mean, take a Bayesian approach here. Absolutely.
P given A given B something something.
Something. In conclusion, love powers.
I feel like
the Enterprise.
Love powers the Enterprise.
So, Pike gets the Enterprise almost destroyed, captured, whatever, and he sends back the smallest message to Starfleet.
Captain's log supplemental. Starfleet has taken the Serene Squall and its colorful crew into custody, although the whereabouts of Captain Angel remain unknown.
So imagine you're the Starfleet officer listening to the debrief. What happened in the Enterprise in the last month? Let's make sure we got all the information. And this is all I get from the log? We almost got the flagship captured. What?
I'm checking your first officer's log, and it seems to be that you were captured. But I checked your log, Captain, and what? Where is this report?
Yeah, let's listen to it one more time.
Log supplemental. Starfleet has taken the Serene Squall and its colorful crew into custody, although the whereabouts of Captain Angel remain unknown.
So we took the colorful crew into custody. Their leader is still on the run. Nothing to see here.
Got him.
Boom, got him. What?
So as like the Starfleet junior officer, whatever, internal affairs or something, you're like, why did you take those people into custody? You didn't even say why you took them. You just did. What?
I'm reading here about something about mutinies in one other person's log. I'm reading something about getting captured in a net and almost getting destroyed. Mm-hmm. I'm reading about maneuvering through. Like, what is going? I'm going to need a little bit more.
There's like 40 pages of what you cooked them. Not important, Captain. Tell me how you got there.
This entire document is a recipe. What is?
Okay, but the recipe is a good recipe, right?
It's a good
Probably.
recipe.
Pike's very good.
Probably. I mean, he caused a mutiny with the recipe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's essential information.
Yeah. What is it called? Like cooking, not cutting, cooking, not bullets.
Cooking, not bullets. The old saying, cooking,
food,
not
bullets.
Fight.
Food. Okay. Food, not fight diplomacy. You break bread. You talk about things. You put away your guns. Food, not fight diplomacy. And Pike's very good at that. But also, you got to report what happened. So I think I captured some criminals that are being criminals. Like, but what crime did they do? Like, I captured them.
Captured, they're done. I mean, okay, if I seriously screwed up as a captain and I could get away with, like, not lying, but just omitting some serious problems, sure, try and get away with it. Pike.
That is on the cusp of corruption.
It's not on the cusp. That's bad. That's bad, especially for the flagship.
Some details you could omit. Some details critical. In this episode, we see a bit of Spock lore, but I don't remember Spock lore. Is this? I don't remember this.
I don't remember it either.
You can endure the stigma of losing a prisoner, or the stigma of letting one of Vulcan's favorite sons die. You can.
Is Spock a favorite son? At this. So I guess in the Kelvin timeline, in the movies, like the most recent series of movies, he was an outcast. They're like, you don't want to be a science person. You're half human. Get the F out of here. Like, he was not a favorite son. But in the original series, then towards later in life, he's like a respected diplomat, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like he did a bunch of stuff and people liked him. So my question is, at this point in his life, in this universe, is he a favorite son of Vulcan? I don't remember. That's
right. He's got like a important dad, ambassador to Earth and other things.
Yep.
He's got a human mother, but an ambassador isn't like, it's a heavy hitter, but it's not like crazy that the public at large is going to be following the life of Spock. He's just going to be a dude with some connected parents.
So let's make that full analogy. It's like if the American ambassador was living in France, and then he married a French woman, and their kid joined the French military. Like, from an American perspective, it's like, okay, like, good for that guy. Like,
all right, we're not going to be logging into Fox News and get constant updates about his career advancement. Like, no, we don't care.
He's America's favorite son. He's one of the favorite sons. It's like, kind of just an ambassador's kid.
That's right. It's not. I guess the only military people that we've ever gotten on like news sites are like the princes of England when they were in the military. That's probably about it. But they're princes. They're not just some son of an ambassador. So at this point, I don't think Spock is a favorite son, unless there's something we don't understand, right?
And has he done the things that he, like the achievements or the diplomacies or whatever he does eventually throughout his lifetime, has he done enough of them yet to be recognized as like an important person?
I don't think so. Because at this point, he's fairly early in his career. I mean, he is on the flagship as a science officer.
As
he's not that early in his career. Yeah. So he's not that early in his career, but...
Oh, you know what? But
he's not like an admiral.
If he is on the flagship of the Federation, which Vulcans are part of, so I guess it's on the flagship of the human portion of the Federation, because the Vulcans have their own ships, and he is the head science officer, and Vulcans really do like science.
Mm-hmm.
So that there is something there about like you've done really well in other people's society. Like, okay, we could respect that.
I think, okay. So they choose, this is an important position, the flagship of the fleet. They want to create good relations between Vulcans and humans. And so they pick a heavy hitter, Spock. So maybe he does have a big reputation at this point.
But he's also like a half-breed. So like, we're not going to send one of our actual sons.
He's a freak. Get him. Okay. There's even more. There's more. I don't understand all the TOS lore. He has a half-brother? Like, what's going on?
On the bridge, we suddenly realized the identity of the prisoner that Angel was trying to free.
Ambassador Sarek had a child out of wedlock. He, although full Vulcan, has rejected the teachings of logic.
He's one of the Vitashkatur.
Yes.
Isn't Ambassador Sarek your father as well?
Yes, I believe the Vulcan Angel was attempting to free is someone I was told to avoid at all costs. My half-brother, Cybok.
On the bridge.
Serious family drama. So, Sarek has a kid with another woman who's full Vulcan, who is Spock's half-brother, called Cybok. And he has rejected emotion, so he's called Vitashkatur. I've never heard this before. I never really watched the original series. I was always a TNG guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's just age group. So I guess stuff, if anybody knows the TOS lore, please tell us.
Yeah, please let us know.
I was unaware of a Cybok.
Right. I guess it's like in TNG, there is data and there's lore.
Mm.
And they're like, so this is like Spock and Cybok. Gonna go head to head. Something like that.
I guess. Is this a new character or is this already existing in the main storyline timeline?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know Sarek was getting freaky with women everywhere. Didn't know.
We should have a drama about Sarek's life.
That's right. Yeah. All right, that's it. Season 1, episode 7. See you guys next time.